Hey y'all, what's up? Thanks so much for stopping by. I hope your day is going well so far. Or if this happens to be your first time here, welcome. My name is Danna. I'm so happy to have you. Today I did an online order pickup at Target, just went through their makeup section online, and honestly, I needed this so much more than I ever knew. Obviously, I have a ton of makeup, but I don't know, I just wanted something new to play with, and I was just really wanting to try some new things at the drugstore. Not even necessarily new, there's lots of products in here that have been around for a while, but just ones that I haven't tried yet, which sometimes I think that's more exciting, trying out things that have been out that you just never really stumbled upon before, or not stumbled upon, but just test it out, okay? Okay, I was looking at Ulta too. Our Ulta offers curbside pickup. I think most do, you just have to check online. One of the main ones that I wanted wasn't available, like for store pickup, and I didn't want to wait for shipping because I wanted to film today, so Target, my happy place, just worked out beautifulely for me. I do already have moisturizer, SPF, and then for my primer, it's not really a primer, but I like to use it as a glowy base, I have the L'Oreal True Match Lumi Glotion in Light Glow. For eyebrows, I grabbed this one from Revlon. I don't think I've ever tried a Revlon brow pencil before. I don't know how this is gonna go because I have like 3 main brow pencils that I stick to. It's the Benefit Precisely My Brow. My top one is the Sephora Collection Skinny Brow Pencil. It's just like the traditional format with the retractable pencil and the spoolie. But the shade Soft Charcoal, it's like it was made for my eyebrows. I absolutely love it. So I'm sometimes not the greatest at picking out brow pencils. I'm typically like dark brown or ebony, but dark browns can be different. Online, this one looked like it was the right kind, like one that didn't have too much red in it. But we shall see. It already looks like it's gonna be a creamier formula than what I like. I don't like anything too dry, but I don't want it to be like so creamy that it's weirdly waxy. I got mine in 220 dark brown. It's retractable, and instead of just being a typical pencil like point shape, it kind of has this slant to it. So I do like this spoolie. Sometimes with some brow pencils, I need a different mirror. The spoolie can be almost too like wobbly. This one is really nice and firm. It's one that is combing through my brows well. Sometimes whenever you get brow pencils that are so creamy, whenever you go in to comb them through, it's almost like they completely disappear. Okay, I don't know how I feel about this brow pencil. It's not bad, but it's not my favorite. It's just a lot creamier than what I'm used to, and I think it's the shape that's bothering me the most. I prefer to have more of a precise point, and although you could use it on the edge to get more of a point, all right, upon further research, I can safely say I do not like this brow pencil. It's almost too hard to control because the formula is so soft that it just melts on contact and you don't get a precise tip. It's too creamy. The spoolie is good, but the pencil, I'll finish it, but it definitely won't be my first choice. Okay, next up I picked up an eyeshadow palette from e.l.f. I believe this one was $14. I'm kind of sad. As much as I appreciate the curbside pickup, the guy picked a shattered one. Well, it's not fully shattered, it's just slightly broken. It'll still work. But this is the Earth and Ocean palette. I think there was maybe like 2 or 3 other variations on the Target app. There may be more available on e.l.f.'s actual website. I'm not quite sure, but this one looked really pretty. I love kind of like these poopy green shades, and there's this foiled silver. But I also grabbed one of their liquid glitter shadows. I personally love any sort of liquid glittery eyeshadow formula, and I've never tried these before. This one is in Dirty Martini, so maybe we can do some sort of like olive green look. Okay, so dipping right in, I'm so excited. I washed my brushes. I filmed a vlog. I know, who am I? So weird. I don't know if it's gonna be up before or after this video, and I did include like my favorite soap, I guess, to wash my brushes. I think we're actually gonna dip into Mojave Mami first, which that is the shade that's sadly broken, but I'm sure it still works. It looks like it's a matte, yeah. It's almost like in the pan, it looks like a softer cool tone brown. Wow, these shadows are really soft and kind of powdery, but the pigmentation seems to be okay. I think it's just a softer color. I definitely wanna go in with one of these kind of like baby poop green colors. So we have Can't Kelp It, that's a cute name, and then Desert Storm. I'm really liking the way that Desert Storm looks. This one doesn't seem quite as powdery as the last shade. Ooh, but that is pretty. It's exactly what I was wanting. I love like mustard yellows and then just baby poop green type of colors. They just look so pretty and grungy. Do you want to go in and just mix a little bit of Can't Kelp It? Let's see what they look like together. This one kind of has a deeper olive tone to it. I do kind of wish that there was a slightly like mustardy brown shade in here. I think that would complement really well with these matte shades, like instead of another one of these blues, but that's just personal preference. What the heck? It's so small. I thought it was at least gonna be the length of the box. This is so itty bitty. Okay, so let's see what the applicator looks like. It's just a traditional doe foot. I typically always like to go in with my finger first, but we'll just follow the rules. Ooh, it does have a really nice pigmented base. I wasn't sure if the base was gonna be more sheer and then just have a lot of like green glitter, but the base is actually really, really pretty. Apparently I'm just going for an eyelid cocktail today because I had to test out this Tundra shade. It looks so beautiful and foiled in the pan. It does feel a little bit spongy, and initially on your finger, it looks like it's gonna be crumbly, but look at this. It is so pigmented. It's definitely a shade I would recommend going in with like a dense flat shader brush or your finger, and then apply more dirty Martini on top. I'm either gonna end up with like the creepiest, wrinkliest eyelids, or it'll be beautiful, but I had to try out that color. But I think mixing these two would be so pretty. Yeah, it almost gives it like this chameleon vibe. That's so nice. I love this color. A lot of the other shades were either like smoky, charcoaly blacks or a lot of just typical golden copper shades, but this one just looked the most interesting to me. This is kind of a cheat because this was something that I ordered last week, but I thought I would throw it in here anyways. These are some of my favorite sponges. You get 2 of them from Sonia Kashuk for $7. I do still love the e.l.f. one that I mentioned in a video. Actually, that's probably been a couple months now. The e.l.f. $5 complexion sponge, but something about just like the texture and bounciness of the Sonia Kashuk one is amazing, and it's huge. All right, for foundations, we have 3 more products in here. They're not all foundations, but for foundation, I grabbed another e.l.f. product. I've actually never tried this foundation before. It's their Flawless Satin Foundation. I got mine in the shade Sand. It was kind of hard to tell online. Hopefully this works. I think there's either 10 or 12 shades. I was really hoping that they would have it was like Radiant Serum or Serum Foundation, something like that. I was on e.l.f.'s site semi-recently and I saw that foundation and it said dewy. No! Somebody opened this one and pumped some out. Dang it. That's the only downside of order pickup. You can't go in and pick out your own. Let's just do, oh, it's a little bit thicker than what I thought. Also, I have a self-tan sleeve right now. Just don't mind it, okay? I tried, well, not new, but the serum foundation that I normally use on my face, I decided to use all over my body, and I thought it'd be a little bit more sheer when I went in and washed my hands. We gotta do some buffing later today. It's okay, we'll fix it. Oh, I think I did pretty good for shade batch, actually. It's always hard to tell online because sometimes it'll show one shade and then it comes off totally different. Okay, so there's a little bit of a scent. What is it? Like a powdery baby wipe and something else type of scent. Not super strong, but like the Bath and Body Works, what was that fragrance called? Cotton something. A mixture of that and baby wipes. I'm pretty sure. I feel like that's spot on. Let me know if you've smelled this foundation before too. Okay, the coverage is nice and I actually do like the finish of it. Sometimes things can claim to be satin, but they end up being like really matte. This is just like a true satin natural finish. I really do like the finish of it. I know this foundation has been out forever. I've just never tried it out, but I have to say for $6, I like it. I did get another e.l.f. product. I didn't realize how many I got until now. This is their Hydrating Camo Concealer. I got mine in light peach. I don't think I ever tried the original formula, just the normal like 16-hour wear camo concealer. Isn't that what it was called? But I remember when that first came out, I heard a lot of people saying that it oxidized, so to go lighter. So I went with light peach. Originally, I think I was looking at maybe medium peach or medium something, but this looks pretty light. I don't mind a light foundation on the under eyes as long as it's not just white or just looking crazy where I look ghostly on my under eyes. So this just says use the wand to apply concealer to the desired areas, yada, yada, yada. High coverage, hydrating, and long wearing. We shall see about that. It is huge though. Oh, this is really light. Okay, hopefully it oxidizes though, like people say. I'm not feeling anything incredibly hydrating. It just kind of feels like a regular concealer. It doesn't feel dry, but I just don't notice anything super hydrating about it. Coverage is good. Okay. Oh, wow. It is really light though. I should have gone with a medium one. Dang it. I'm not noticing anything more hydrating in comparison to my other concealers, but the shade is really light. I'm going to go in with some setting powder now. Hopefully we can tone down the lightness a bit. I don't really think I'm going to go in with any powder though. I feel like the foundation feels great on my skin as is. It doesn't feel like tacky or wet or like it's going to move all over the place. So I'm really just going to concentrate on setting my under eyes. So I'm not the happiest with my under eyes. They just look very, very light, but that was my own fault on picking a shade like that. But I was just going by what reviews that I heard online said, but the overall formula and the coverage of it is really nice. I really like the way that the powder went on top. It seemed to kind of blur a little bit, but I would be interested in trying my correct shade because this was just way too light. All right, the very last product I have, this is something I've been so curious about. I've heard Jessica Braun talk about this several times. She compared it to the Milk Bronzer Stick in a video a while back. This is the Physicians Formula Sculpting Bronzer. I got mine in the shade Toffee. There's Toffee, this is the lighter one, and then Mocha is a richer shade. I also really want to try their Elixir blushes, but the shade options that were available for pickup today were just not really my cup of tea. I was more interested in some of the peachier tones, so I just decided to go with this one instead. Jessica had swatched these side by side in a video several months back with the Milk Bronzer, and they looked almost identical. I think it was the Physicians Formula one that was just like half a shade deeper and maybe slightly warmer, but she said that the way that they blended into the skin were pretty much identical, so I'm really excited to use this. There's not really a smell. There's a little bit of like a Play-Doh type of scent, so I'm just going to go in. Maybe we should just start with one side because I don't know how it blends. Let's see, what brush do I want? Oh no, you know what? I washed all my brushes yesterday and I somehow completely forgot to wash my very favorite one. But this is like my ultimate favorite for cream, so I think I'm gonna use it anyways. This is the e.l.f. Ultimate Blending Brush. Let's see how... Lately, I've been obsessed with one of the matte Quick Trick sticks. I don't know if they still make these. I have mine in a Latte Sheen and Semi-Sweet. I've just been going in with the Semi-Sweet side. It's so pretty. I probably should talk about it because like I said, I think that one was limited edition. Ooh, this is pretty though, and it does blend right in. I've been so into cream bronzers lately. I hate how light. I almost wonder if I just go in and kind of tap some of this up when there's not really much left on the brush, just because my under eyes look so crazy and light. But this bronzer is beautiful. Wow, I'm so glad I finally got that. I don't know why it took me so long. For highlighter, I'm just gonna go in with another drugstore product. This is something I've had for a while though. It's one of the Revlon Skin Lights Prismatic Highlighters in Twilight Gleam. I think these are so beautiful. So I'm just gonna take a tiny bit of this and just dust some right on top of the bronzer. For my waterline, this is another product that I've had for a while, but I thought it would go perfect with the green eyeshadow. This is one of the Maybelline Lasting Drama Matte Eyeliners, and it's in the shade 910 Jade Olive. I haven't used this in a while though, so ooh, I thought I'd have to warm it up, but it's actually still super creamy. Smudge some of this just onto the lower lash line. This foundation is so pretty. I'm really excited about this haul. There was really only one thing that I wasn't crazy about or really liked at all, and it's the Revlon brow pencil. That just did not work for me. But if you love a formula that's super, super creamy, you may love it, but I don't know. I just prefer something that's a little bit drier than that. Okay, and then going back into the Earth and Ocean palette, I'm just gonna take a mixture. Actually, no, I'm just gonna stick to Desert Storm. I'm just gonna smudge that right on top of the liner. Y'all, I cannot get over this lid combo. I'm so happy about that palette. All right, these other two products are items that I already had in my collection, but I thought I would stick to the whole drugstore theme. And this is one of the Revlon Super Lustrous Lipsticks in Brazilian Tan. Wow, I really, that's embarrassing, need to exfoliate my lips. I thought this was a little bit more brown. Like it's a pretty nude, but I was kind of wanting something even just more brown. I'm tempted to just dip my finger. I mean, there's jojoba oil in this. I feel like it'll be okay. And just pat it over, going in with a different finger now over this. All right, and then right on top of that, I'm gonna go in with one of e.l.f.'s Plumping glosses. This is one of my favorite just all over nude glosses. If I just wanna go in with a plain nude lip liner and then apply this all over, I just think it's so beautiful and juicy. This one is in the shade Champagne Glam. It is such a glossy and juicy formula. Here's the final look. Let me know what y'all think down below. I'm so in love with this eyeshadow combo. I'm really curious about, I'm looking for the eyeshadow and I can't find it. Where did I put it? That liquid glitter, where it's so tiny, I've already lost it. The e.l.f. liquid glitter shadow in Dirty Martini. If you guys have tried more of these shades and if you have any specific shade recommendations, definitely let me know down below. But I'm so happy with this color, especially after mixing it with the shade Tundra in this palette. I'll definitely be getting more use out of this palette. I really love this section here. And it's not even that I dislike blue eyeshadows. I love cobalt blues like this, but something really light and sky blue like that, I just don't tend to gravitate towards those shades, but maybe that's good. Maybe I'll get some inspiration out of this palette, but I have to say this side so far, I really am impressed. I forgot to mention, I did go in with a little bit of Sun Yourself, this shade here on the inner corner. To the touch, a lot of them do feel really, really soft, almost in a powdery way, but as you could tell, they had great pigmentation and you're able to go in and really build up the pigmentation on the shade. So far, so good on this. Love the bronzer. Oh, I already created a mess on the inside though. Definitely happy with this. I am kind of curious about checking out the other shade. I personally prefer more kind of like orangey bronzers like this, but I'm just curious of how Mocha would look. And I am annoyed at myself for going with a shade so light because the actual formula of this is really, really nice. As for the Flawless Satin Foundation, I can't believe it took me so long to try this because it has such a beautiful finish. I didn't go in and set anywhere except for on my under eyes, and it feels really great on my face. I still really am curious about testing out the serum foundation though. Let me know if you all would be interested in a full face of e.l.f. makeup. Maybe, maybe not, I don't know. Let me know down below. If you guys like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. It helps me and my channel out. If you haven't already, I would love if you subscribe. That way we can hang out some more. And that's really it for this one. I hope you'll have a great day and I will see you soon. Bye.